Somaliland. You might not have heard much about it, but trust me, this self-declared republic in the Horn of Africa is quickly becoming a key player in global politics, especially for the United States. So, what makes Somaliland so important? First, let's talk about location. Somaliland sits on the southern shore of the Gulf of Aden right by the Bab el-Mandeb Strait. Nearly 10% of all global trade passes through this narrow waterway. That's oil goods, you name it, shipping routes that literally keep the world moving. For the US, keeping these lanes open isn't just about economics, it's about security too. Piracy and terrorism are real threats here, and a stable partner on this coast matters a lot. Now here's the twist: while neighboring Djibouti is home to a massive US military base, China's got their own base there too, and their influence is growing. Somaliland, on the other hand, is offering the US a chance to diversify, to not put all its eggs in one, increasingly China-friendly basket. And then there's the port of Berbera. This isn't just any port. With over $400 million in upgrades, thanks to investment from the UAE's DP World, Berbera is modern, strategic, and ready for action. For the US, this could mean more than just a commercial hub, it could be a staging ground for regional operations. In fact, reports say US forces have already used Somaliland's coastline to launch missions against Houthi militants in Yemen. That's the kind of real-world utility you can't ignore. But it's not just geography and ports. Somaliland stands out for something rare in the region: political stability. Since breaking away from Somalia in 1991, Somaliland has held multiple peaceful elections, built functioning institutions, and just last year, pulled off a presidential election that drew global praise. Compare that with Somalia's ongoing chaos, and you see why Somaliland is seen as a reliable partner for American interest: counterterrorism, good governance, regional development, the whole package. And Washington is taking notice. In 2025, a new bill called for the US to formally recognize Somaliland, and Congress is pushing for a diplomatic office in the capital, Hargeisa. It's a sign that Somaliland is becoming central to US strategy in the region, especially as competition with China and Russia heats up. Recognizing Somaliland isn't just about strategy. It's about rewarding democracy and stability in a region that desperately needs both. But formal recognition is tricky, with Somalia's objections and all the regional politics. Still, as the world changes, Somaliland's value to the US is only growing. So, will the US make its move? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, Somaliland is a name you'll be hearing a lot more about. If you found this interesting, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into global hotspots.